Here I am on holiday, and I've laid out here I am on holiday, and I've laid out here some of the equipment that I've brought with me. In fact, all of the equipment I've brought with me, other than the camera there that I'll show you later and the tripod that it's standing on. I've brought a number of different things for different purposes, and though it appears to be quite a lot of gear, it is in fact fairly limited and has been built up through time as opposed to brought specifically together for the trip. In terms of the cameras, what I have here is the Kodak, can't remember its number now, its name, it's just a Kodak PlaySport I think it was called. It's a waterproof down to 3 meters, and it's really pretty effective in most of the stuff that you see. In fact, I would say all of the stuff that you see shot underwater or snorkeling are all done on this. One of the things I do like about the Kodak, small, pocket size, and I think it does quite vibrant colours, which is really good. The microphone on it can be not too effective though, particularly after a spell underwater. So doing a recording like this, I'm using an Olympus standalone recorder with a stereo external mic plugged in and a wind shield over it, just to pick up additional sound. So hopefully that will give a better recording. I've got a new camera that I've been using, which is the Sony AS10. They've only been out for a few months now. I was able to get this one as a first release of the AS10 on eBay. I got it for, I think it was about £100, including the waterproof case, and it's good. One of the benefits and one of the reasons I bought this, other than the fact it's waterproof, is that in terms of film rate it can do 120 frames per second, which allows you to slow down your shots a little bit into reasonable slow-mo. The Kodak does 60 frames per second on high definition, which is good, but it's not as good as the frame rate on the Sony, which, as I say, does much faster. The other camera that I'm using there, which I shall just take a film off, switch this one on. It's another Kodak, which is an earlier model than the waterproof one, and it is also pretty good in the sense that it has a reasonable film speed rate and good colour definition. Switch this one off, save it for later. By way of tripods, I like to use these small bendy legged ones, particularly if I set them up underwater. I can set these on rocks underwater and therefore get a much more steady shot. This one, I've got a ball head attached to it, which actually comes from another device. That allows you to set up the angles, obviously, and get the right best shot. So that's that one. That's just the hammer one. This is a slightly larger one, which again I can use underwater just by bending it, setting it up on the rocks, putting a stone or something to hold it down, and it's got an adjustable head that allows me to re-steady it and get the best shot. It's quite a good thing to carry around, as I say, for the underwater shots. I have used the extending type of pole, telescopic, both underwater and as I've been walking the Corfu Trail. which has been pretty useful to get some different shots. I find these are really handy in that you can get a number of different camera angles when you're walking, which is good. This is one that I made. It's just a bottle top with a device on it, a little ball head. I can tighten here, and I can screw that onto a large empty bottle of juice filled with water and some gravel. I can make a floating tripod, or even just stand it on a bottle that I've got with water in it for a weight. So I just carry that, useful. A clamp-on tripod type device. It's not a tripod, but obviously, but a clamp-on device. I can bolt this to fence or anything like that. It's got quite a good capability to move into quite a large number of different positions, backwards and forwards, depending on where it's clamped in it. One of the good things about this is it locks really solid. My most recent buy is a Velborn fluid head and this Walamex tripod stand, extending feet. You can steady that. Simply lock in position. Extend up. Tighten it. And this gives me a fluid head action. Very nice, smooth shots, which I can show you the result of. It has a quick release head. You can just screw onto the camera quite simply. Load it in, and gives you this sort of shot. Nice fluid action. It has the locks on the side that you can lock the pan tilt action. You can lock it up. You can vary the height by unscrewing the tripod such. Fold up the legs. Just take that down a bit. And generally I carry it as a rig like that, with the capability to release or not the so that gives me a good pan and tilt fluid head action that's quite easy to carry around. You can unscrew the handle, which I do. The pan tilt handle just comes out, screws on knob like that. Carry that separately in the bag, and you've still then got quite a good and effective device. As I say, this is the Velborn FH10 52Q. It was about £20, as was the tripod, so £40 overall for that. And essentially that's it, other than the tripod on that camera, which I will show you in a minute from this camera. Yes. This is the zip shot, which essentially folds up. Simply has a couple of rubber bungees that clip in. Ball and tilt head. A very good little tripod. This is the Tamrac zip shot, and it's quite simply, it's like tent poles. You just unclip and then shake it out, and you get this full tripod with the ball and tilt head. I've tried it with the fluid head, but it doesn't sit that well with it. It's a bit heavy, but as a good standalone tripod, it's really good tripod to have for travel. I don't use a camera bag as such. I tend to use just a small backpack. It can take all this stuff plus my swimming gear and everything else I need in it. I don't tend to carry everything together, though I have taken, sometimes I have taken everything, but mostly I just select the items I'm going to need for the day. And of course, never be without a charger, which is quite useful. Having the same cameras and the same battery size makes a big difference if you've got a universal charger that can charge them all. Not sure if I mentioned the Olympus recorder. Hopefully this will have picked up this, and so I won't have to narrate onto the footage later. So there, that's everything.